Hey everyone, welcome back. And that's right, there's a new project on the bench start this week, and I've gotten started on the Academy 1/35th scale MH-60 Sierra Blackhawk. It's fun. This is the biggest helicopter I've built in a while, and I'm having a lot of fun. There's lots and lots and lots of parts, which you'll see in the video. This week mostly I just got started on getting all the pre-building done that I could get done, and there's gonna be some fun to this. As you will see, I've already got one of the weapon systems figured out, which I will share with you in the video, and thinking some things how I can keep certain things to be able to open and take off and all that, and I'm starting using magnets too. So please, that'll be fun in this journey. So with that, if you guys are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Click on that bell, you'll know every time I upload. Again, thank you to all my subscribers. It really warms my heart being able that you guys follow my channel. It really does warm my heart. But if you see something I've done in this video or previous videos that I didn't really get into too much detail with, I'm just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Please email me at bucktmore@gmail.com and ask, and I'll make a specific video for that. Or if you're having questions on the lighting, you're having problems with lighting, or you're just getting frustrated, hey, email me again and we can talk it out, see how we can get back to getting on that project and getting it finished. Also in the comment section, I like, hey Buck, good job, Buck, okay, yeah, alright, it worked for you. And then, seriously Buck, what were you thinking? You put those in the comment section and I answer in 12 to 24 hours. So without further ado, let's get to the bench and start looking at this Blackhawk. Welcome back everyone, and yes, that's right, getting started on the next client, another client build. I'm still working on the race car. A lot of scratch building for that, so I'm still working on it, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm still making the video, but I'm working on the race car. But a good friend and return client asked if I could do this. This is the Academy 1/35th scale MH-60 Sierra Blackhawk. And man, this thing, I'll tell you one thing about Academy, man, they do good. So the first thing, we'll just kind of look at the parts. I mean, the instructions are pretty well. They do have English, just so you know. And so yay. So main rotor, crew, pilot. It's going to be fun to do this one, and I'm going to do it in a way that I can remove the rocketing and all that, and we'll get into that when it's time. But just wanted to show you this real quick, guys. And still watching these and still studying the instructions, because there's nothing more important than actually, I spent quite a bit of time just looking and looking and looking and getting familiar with the bird. And there is 2 sheets. It definitely does have 3 versions. So this is just the common. This is the universal decals, and that need to go on the bird. And then there's 3 versions. And what I'm going to be doing is the Hotel Sierra Charlie -9, the Tridents, AJ Alpha Juliet 610 troubleshooter aboard the USS George H.W. Bush. So a lot of fun, but man, there's going to be a lot of work and lots of paint, lots of work, a lot of pre-building. Let me move this out of the way real quick and just kind of share. Kind of start bringing the parts together. Big, yay, very big. Like I said, still working on cleaning. I got them all washed up, but there is definitely going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to be cool because there's going to be, I'm going to cut out the doors and get everything ready. But let's go ahead and look at the other parts real quick. And just to get these washed, I had to cut the sprues down just so I could get them washed. because there's a lot. And a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of pre-building. So weaponry, consoles, flaps. They did not miss me. Here, I'll just bring this over real quick so you can see. Look at all that. Lots and lots of cool parts. And we will definitely get more and more into them as I start breaking them down and getting ready to build. That way we can... That way when it... you know where we're at when I'm talking to you and building for this. But look at this. Just all this nice, lovely, little detail parts. I mean, this is going to be fun. I cannot wait to get started on it. And yeah, I am. Also, here's the decal sheet. Now, this one right here is universal decals. Then the version I'm doing is this one right here. And there's, let's see. I have to look at this one, but this is the version I'm going to do. And then there's 1, 2, 3 versions. So, yay. So, that's basically it, because there's going to be, there's going to have to be decal work done before everything can be put together. Certain things have to get painted before they can be put together, or put all together. So, all fun, right? Yay. All right. Well, let me get some things moved around and we'll get started on this build. Welcome back to the bench, everyone, and doing pre-building. And just getting started and getting it worked on. Come on. Just trying to make sure everything is going well. And by pre-building, I just want to get all the parts that I can get done. Because they're going to have to be painted. They're going to have to be decaled. Let me show you. So here is the pilot seat, sorry. And there's still a lot to be done just for this area. But I've gotten these almost built. As you can see, I've gotten this one done. And all together. And yes, I have puttied because there was a lot of ejection mold holes, as you could have seen. And maybe this will, because this is on the back side, but you can see those injector pinholes. I've come in and sanded them, added putty, and we'll see how it goes from there. Once I get some paint on it, I might have to do it again. But another reason I turned this lovely camera back on, besides I want to visit with you guys, is Academy, be careful with when you go to do parts. I start moving parts. So I'm going to show you this. So these are the gunner seats, or the crew, you know, the crew chief and the gunner. And I got to get these two, D4. These are two separate little pieces. And guess what? There they are. There's not even there's nothing really, you don't want to take snips of that, trust me. So, I am pulling that off, and I'm going to get a new blade, and we're going to cut them down. So, get me a new blade, and here we go. So you want to be very, very careful. And just easy pressure, just drag. Maybe it'd help if I did this. Let's get a little bit closer there, guys. And give me 1 second. My phone is going off. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I got it zoomed in, again, I'm holding, got a new bit, and basically, I know, fingers in the way, right? But basically, all I'm doing is just using my X-Acto knife to start to cut it away from the sprue. And I'm not using a lot of pressure because sometimes when you do cut these things, too much pressure can snip it. So you just want to go nice and easy, just like that. Look at that. And yes, I'll do some sanding on it, but that, oh, sorry, that's pretty. So, yay. And another thing is, I'm not going to add them to the bottoms yet because I don't want them to break off. Those will be one of the last things I do. I'll paint everything, and when I get ready to go do a full paint on all of it, I'll add these, and then I can secure them in another place, because if I put them on now, they just snap off, break off, wherever, go willy-nilly. So I'm not doing that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and you know what, let's do it one more time. Just show you. And if you need to, grab your tweezers. I should have, and I didn't. No. So again, I'm just going very gently. Very gently, letting the blade do the work. I'm not trying to push any. I'm doing a little pushing, but I'm not doing a great bit of pushing. I just want to get it away from there and go. So, yay, there's that one. All right, so I'm going to get back at it, guys, so I'll be back. Good morning, and back at the bench, and as you can tell, there are some little pieces. I'm working on the minigun, and as you can see, lots of little pieces. I mean, I like Academy. They do great with the detail, but dang, these are a lot of little pieces. So that's what I'm working on. Also, I wanted to show you this because I was, I'm doing the pre-building, and you remember what I said about, taking care of the backs and all that because of the injection pin marks? Guess what? There's a lot of extra. Take a look at this. So, hey, cool. So, definitely going to probably build a couple more just to have as a backup, and then I'll just build the rest and, go from there. But, yeah. So, like I said, I'm working right now on the minigun, and boy, there's lots of little pieces. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got parts glued and just drying. The end of the barrel is one piece, and then the barrel is piece, and then then right over here on the main body of the gun there's a little piece, and there's more little pieces. But that's the fun part of this. So I just wanted to bring that up and share. And when I get to something that's not so little that my big fingers get in the way, I will definitely be turning the camera back on because I want to share that with you. So let me get these guys to a point that I feel good with, and then we'll get to something a little bit bigger. So I will return, I promise. Alright, got a few little bit bigger pieces to work on, and so here's what I'm doing. So first thing I do is I want to make sure I got the parts clean and they fit. And what I mean by that, I want to show you this. So I snipped these off the sprue as close as I could, but sometimes they make it to where you can get the part cut from the sprue, but you still got to do a little bit more after you get it there. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So just taking my snips and just finishing that little bit off, and then I can sand it down and make it pretty. Got to do both sides. So make sure, nope, I just need to get the one in the middle. Okay, that's also a good thing to do is double check, because these they got their where they fit into. So I take my sanding stick and I just try to gently, I just get it smoothed down. And okay, that piece is good. But with this one, with having to do all three of them, it's going to take just a bit more, but that's okay. So now the one thing they never tell you is, okay, you take it off the sprue, and then you're like, but how am I supposed to hold a little piece and sand it? And I mean by little pieces like that. The handles for the 50 cal. And yeah, whoa, okay. So just making sure that I got them good, and also when you do sand like that, make sure you take the flash off the sides when you're sanding something, because as you sand it, it'll build up. So okay, we're gonna check it. Okay, now here is the problem, because that I just would love to have that piece by itself and not together, but I got a feeling that I got to do the same thing here. As you can see, I got to get those all snipped away, and I should have had that done before. So let me get this cleaned up real quick, and then I'll come right back and we'll discuss the problem of how much can I pre-build and get taken care of before I'm not allowed to. Because like I said, the big thing is, and I might just do it like this. I might glue it together, and then I'll, because then I can glue this and work on the seams because I want it to stay free moving, like so. I don't want to glue it. I want to just give that little bit of texture that it can look. And then when I do put this on the bird, I'm probably going to do the same thing in the front. Still working on that. But let me get these cleaned up, and then we'll get back to building. Okay, got them pretty well cleaned up. Really good and cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is the optional part for version 1. So if you're building version 1, you can do this. Then they got the version 2 and third version, but going with option 1. So it's a pretty quick, simple little get together, but sometimes when you've only got one really, you got 1, 2 connection points here and here. These are all the connection points you got. So sometimes it can be a little crazy trying to make sure they get there. They're tight and they're level and they're secure and they're straight. So let's do it. So a lot of times I will, you see how I'm holding, I'm keeping my thumb and everything away from my glued area, and instead of using the bottle, which I do a lot sometimes, I want to do this so I don't risk getting the glue where I don't want it yet. And then just come in here and I will put it together. I will make sure it lines up and that it's, see? But I tell you, I was talking and that happened. So just making sure, and yes, there'll be sanding that will have to be done, but there we go. Let that get dry a little bit. And then remember what I was talking about. I wanted, because I want this to be able to turn and spin, I got it cleaned off. And before I go too crazy, I'm already going ahead and sanding down the seams. So when I do go and get ready to actually get this put together, I can. And yeah, the fun part is I'm going to have to paint it and then glue it together and then fix that paint, because if I put it together like this in its housing, I will be unable to get the piece in there because there's just no room. And like I said, I want it to be able to move. So my thought was, because see, if I put it all together, then I have that and I can do that. But that's what I want. I want it to turn. I don't want to, to have it there. So I'm trying to think, what can I do? What can I do? Well, what I'm thinking of doing is, I can put it together and I'll use one to help hold it apart. Then I might just go ahead and glue this together and then work on the seams, and then I can paint this as one complete unit with it spinning, and that's what I'm probably going to do. So, okay, got the plan. So first thing, like I said, I want to do is I want to go ahead and get this piece glued together and make sure I got enough CA, and just like so. And I'm going to make sure it's sitting level, or it's lined up, and I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes, or a couple of minutes or so, let that cure up before I go put it on. But the one thing I do want to do is I want to make sure that I still have enough space, that I didn't overdo it. So, yay! And then I need to get this piece glued to there, and then I'll get the seam work done on one whole piece like that, and then the same with here. But I think what I'm going to also do is, you see, this is where it's going to sit in here. I'm thinking I want to try to figure out a way so I can do the spin with it on here too. I'm just trying to work that out yet, but we're not there yet. So, Okay, now that that's sit pretty decent, I am going to get a little more sorry, I'm just kind of rambling. All right, here we go. Oh, get you cleaned up. And so what I'm going to try to do is all I'm doing is making sure I've got my glue only where I want it, because I don't want to get it into the spokes of it. And come here, see? What did I tell you? Darn thing, not one to play very nice, are you? Never do. That's because I'm talking and trying to do this. Alright. Now, I'm going to put him on, and let's see if we can get... Oh, come on now. Look at that. You think, just once. Come on. Once. Did I get it on backwards? I guess I did. Oops. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to pinch it, get it good, and make sure it gets good and sealed. Sorry, didn't mean to make you guys watch all that, but it'll be easy to do the seam work and do all that, but yay! Okay. That's ready. Now, let's do the last one here. And I'm just going to do that and do this. Now if you do have over glue like that happen, just take a Q-tip real quick and just brush it before it gets set too close, too hard, and you'll be able to remove that. So now these two pieces are ready to go, and when it all gets said and done, like I said, I want to be able to have this one spin too, so I got to get that worked on. But yay, look at that, and there we go. Alright, well, I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to just keep doing some pre-builds, because, you know, that's me, and before I can get any more done. So I'm going to get back at it. When I have more to share, I will turn the camera back on. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, getting back at it. I'm starting to work on the weapon systems for the version 1, but I'm doing something I'm going to try, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. But I want to also make it where I can take these, especially when I ship, I can remove them, and if my client doesn't want to have the rockets on, then he can take them, and it's just that easy to take off. And I'll get there, and I'll show you guys. And yes, it's going to be a lot of these little guys. So, I got these because I got that big 1/350th the USS Enterprise nuclear. And so yeah, I want to see how they're doing. But what I wanted to show you guys is, while I'm doing, is on the clean. Let's see if I can get a better... Okay, you see this right here, just this little bit of lip? This is what's called flash, and if you don't take it, if you don't try to get it off, it's going to definitely give some time issue with the model. So basically, the first big easy thing I always do is I just take my X-Acto blade and I just run it down. I let it peel off that extra flash, and this way I might not have to sand it so hard. But as you can see, it just slowly peels it up and gets rid of it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And when I get ready to start putting these guys together, I will definitely get the camera back on and share that with you. But while I was doing the cleanup, I thought I'd better show you that, because I also did that to clean the extra flash off the launcher. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get back at it, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, getting back at it, and still doing a lot of pre-construction, you know, getting things together, and sanding. I've already puttied and sanded these guys, so still got a little bit of cleanup to do on it, but getting it worked. But I did want to share this. I did do this, okay? So remember me talking about the magnets? And let me see if I can do it better. There we go. And so yay! Still got to put them in the top, and go in there. But that's going to be a lot easier to get things moved around, especially for packing. And looks like I got some more work to do. But right now, man, it's just a lot of cleanup. Got these guys ready, and I'm just trying to get everything as much together as I can before I even do primer and sanded, because I don't want to. I want to make sure everything is good before I paint it. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. So had to take something apart over here. It was a box that goes into the back, and then started to work on getting this sanded and cleaned up and seams fixed. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. Just getting a lot of pre-build done. So give me a second, let me clean up something, and I want to show you something with gluing on these rocket pods, gluing the ends on them. So give me just a minute. Okay, got some CA out, but what I want to share with you is when I go to glue these down, they're not going to sit flush right like they're supposed to, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So just getting a little glue going here around the outside. Get a little bit more, sorry. Okay. Now it's easy to go ahead and, okay, we're going to get them lined up, but then the other problem is it sitting like it should, even, so I don't have to do too much sanding. But as you can see, trying to get it manipulated, and then you can kind of see, but that's okay. That's square. No, I'm not happy with that. Okay, as you can see, it's kind of to get it to sit right. So let's do a little bit more. Okay, alright, let's try this now. Again, like I said, I want to make sure it's centered, so when I do sand it down, I can, and then that's pretty darn good. And then I'm going to hold it till it gets set and go from there. I mean, I'm still going to have to do some sanding around to make sure it's cleaned up, but do this last one and we'll go from there. And then I'll get back to pre-building and cleaning and sanding, but yay. Alright, last one for now. So I just want to make sure that it's, like I said, centered, and then I can just do a little bit of light shaving after, or sanding after that. But yay. Alright, so there we go. Now, like I said, I'm going to have to do some sanding around to even up, but that's good. And then I'm also going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys glued in, and then I'll work, and when it's time for the magnet stuff, we'll start here when I get it ready to go. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get back at it, so I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, still at it, but I wanted to share something with you guys. Remember, I've already made the crew seats, the gunner and crew chief. And then I found all these other ones. Well, I wanted to share something with you that I've learned, again, is these guys are, as you can see, you got a nice decent point there, but then you got this sprue right here, and it's holding these two very, very fragile pieces. So I want to show you what I'm doing to try to get over that is I got it down pretty flat, and like I said, again, I'm not pushing any pressure. I'm letting the X-Acto do the work that I needed to, and just like that, just quick, easy, and go. And see if I can do another one here for you real quick. So try to get it in camera. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can actually see that. Then we'll do one more. So as you can see, I'm going to make sure I've got support on that limb right there when I go to use my X-Acto. And like I said, I'm just letting this do the work, and I'll do the cleanup afterwards. But let's go do another one real quick since I got it in the better camera view for you guys. As you can see, I have also, as you can see, there's this forward that way. So if I did it like that, there's quite a bit of space between my mat and this right there, so it'll cut it. It'll probably break it. So I make sure that it's pretty well as flat as I can get it, but not putting any more bind on the kit piece. Let's see. Trying to keep it in camera, guys. Sorry. And again, like I said, I just let my X-Acto do the work, and if I don't get it all off, that's fine. Because, like I said, I can go and clean it up later, as you can see. So, yay, getting some more made up. So, hallelujah. Yay. Alright, well, I'm going to get back at it, guys, and keep doing pre-builds. Yay. So, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to end it for this episode. Not bad. Had a lot of, it was a lot of fun, but as you can see, I've gotten, I'm pretty sure 98% of the pre-build done, and I've got everything in different baggies for inside the Blackhawk, prop, gears, instrument panel, engine, weapon systems, all that. I've got it all in separate bags, so I know where I need to get when I need to get it. So next week, besides showing you guys how to cut the door out of the Blackhawk, start doing a lot more cleaning, start getting prep done, or not prep, but start getting things sanded down and get a first coat of primer on, so I can see what I need to get, where I need to fix things even more, or you know what's good. But yeah, so not a bad week, lots of parts. So with that, everyone have a great, happy, and safe weekend. Everybody have a great, happy, and safe work week next week. And I'll see you guys back here on the bench.